Chef Rick Tramonto has received worldwide acclaim for his diverse and creative cooking style. Well, I recently had the opportunity to cook up something special with him at one of his 4 new restaurant venues outside Chicago.
What's your specialty? Like, what's your favorite? Is it Italian? Is it seafood?
You know, it's so funny. I grew up learning Italian. I grew up in the culture of Italian, but I went to Europe to learn French and Spanish and fine dining, and now I find myself like, I love grilling.
Really?
Like I come home, throw up the grill,
You're so
throw out
American.
some steaks, you know.
Grilling, that's
cash,
American
cash
thing.
stuff. I like the cash
Yeah,
stuff.
cool.
You know?
Okay, so what are you gonna cook for us today?
So we're gonna, you know, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do an old world recipe
okay.
called MEZZA rigatoni with mussels and asparagus. And a MEZZA rigatoni, I want to start here.
Right.
You know, normally rigatonis are about this big, so a MEZZA rigatoni is like a mini rigatoni.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you cut up some asparagus that we blanched in some salt water and shocked, kind
Okay.
of chilled it all down.
All right.
Nice.
Look,
You've
did
been
you-
watching Food
Come
Network.
on, come
nice.
on. Okay, is that good?
That's perfect. We're gonna take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
All right.
We're gonna throw it in the pan and be generous. Don't be shy with the
Right.
olive oil.
And olive oil is great because it's also heart healthy. Did
It
you know
is
that?
heart healthy.
Loved it.
So, hot pan. We're gonna throw a couple tablespoons of onion in there. I love that. Hear that?
I love
Just
that.
for television. A little bit of garlic, about a tablespoon of garlic. We're gonna. You like garlic, right?
I love garlic.
Nice. See, 30 years to do that.
I know. Come
Right,
on.
come on. So we're gonna sweat that.
All right.
Sweating that means we're gonna kind of slowly pull out the juices and all the flavors of the onion. We're also gonna throw a little bit of red crushed chili pepper in there, just to spice it up a little.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
love spice.
And all the oils from that chili is gonna kind of start to bleed out of that.
Okay.
Then I got these beautiful Prince Edward Island mussels, which are
mussels,
fantastic.
yes.
Yeah, we're gonna throw those right in there.
This is fascinating because this is something that I don't know. But I noticed that the mussels are all closed, but I guess when you start to cook them and steam them, they start to open
They'll
up.
start to open. They'll start to release all their juices.
How do you know when they're done? Is it when they open up?
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, fabulous.
A little bit of dry white wine, just
Okay.
enough to start to steam them. Hear that? Nice, huh? And now they're gonna start to steam. All those juices are gonna start to kind of come together. We're gonna throw a little lid on top. While that's steaming, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna start to cook our rigatoni. I got salted water going, about a half a pound of rigatonis in there that are gonna start to cook.
And the mistake that I think people make all the time is, how do you know when your pasta is done? How do you know when it's al dente?
Well,
Did you know I was Italian?
you're beautiful Italian, perfect Italian.
That's the only Italian word I know.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
My mom used to throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. No.
But you can't do
She
that.
used to bite it.
Yeah.
And if you see that little, see how it's perfect? See that right there? See how it's a little bit white in there?
Yeah.
Taste. That's
how yours
perfect
are?
al dente. It's got that perfect little pull to it. Perfect, right? Mussels.
Yummy.
Okay, you see how the mussels
Look
are?
how good that looks.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Where's my fork?
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm ahead of the game. You're
We're
the
gonna-
cook, I'm the eater.
We're
That's
gonna
all I
toss
got.
these mussels around. We're gonna throw in the asparagus that you cut up.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what the other thing is right now is it's everything's in season. Everything's starting to explode in season. So those are going. And I love citrus. I love to cook with citrus. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of lemon in there for some acid, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of orange in there for a little bit of sweetness. Very heart healthy. I pull back on a lot of the salts and the fats,
Yeah.
and I use a lot of citrus in my cooking to bring out flavor, and it's fabulous.
I cannot wait. I tell you what.
So we threw a little bit of tomato in there. We're
And you
gonna
know, one of
throw-
the things that my mom always taught me was it's all about presentation and color, because you eat also with your eyes, not
You
just
do,
with your mouth. So
absolutely.
I know she got the greens and the reds and the
little bit of
garlic.
salt. So we got our pasta in there, beautiful. When you're cooking and you're using some pasta water and it's really seasoned and it's got some starch and
Do
some
you
oil,
season the water?
I put a little salt and pepper in, I put a little oil in, because I use the water almost as part of my sauce. Watch, right? Nice. And we're
I've
also
never
gonna
thought
add a
that.
little bit of chicken stock, just again to coat the pasta, and a little bit more sauce.
Now I'm curious. Obviously, it is okay to mix the different stock. So if it's chicken stock but with a seafood, that's okay.
Oh,
you don't need like a
absolutely.
vegetable stock
No,
and a,
you know
or
what?
seafood stock.
I find that chicken stock is one of the most neutral stocks to use, and it will pick up all the residual flavors of the mussels. Look at those, they're beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and if you have clam stock at home, use clam stock. If you're going to all that trouble to use to make fish stock and put it in your freezer, by all means.
Okay.
You know, for me, the richness, the depth of some of the chicken stocks that I get at the store, the low sodium stuff, it's just a great neutral flavor that works really, really well. And it'll pick up on the acid. Now,
I'm all about the butter,
just a
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just to kind of bring the sauce together, just to kind of bring this whole thing together.
You're making me happy, Rick. You're making me very happy.
It's all good. We're gonna just steam this for just another second.
Okay. I always wonder this. When you're at home,
yes,
and you've cooked all day, do you just say, let me bust out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or even with your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's presentation, we got a little parsley on the side?
You know what it is I'm a tuna fish sandwich.
Are you really?
Well, I travel all over the world, like I'm sure you do. There's two things that I judge on.
Yeah.
BLTs and then tuna fish sandwiches. You know, I love tuna fish sandwiches,
simple.
right? Toasted tuna fish sandwich, some potato chips, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that funny?
I love that.
Like...
Hey, simple, simple.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Smell. Nice.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay.
Little things make me happy. This is a big thing, and I'm thrilled.
As they should.
Oh my goodness.
As they should. And the asparagus and all the mussels. And again, all the juice of the mussels. And you see how the butter kind of brought that sauce together?
Goodness. Incredible. You know what's so pathetic is I'm sitting there looking, and you do everything with such ease that I'm so confident. I'm like, I could so do this at home. But I know it would not look have this beautiful
I don't
taste.
believe you. I don't believe you. I bet you do great at home.
I do all right.
Look at that. Oh, nice.
Looks phenomenal.
Now, we're going to just do a little bit of olive oil to finish. And a little bit more basil.
Fresh. Now, what's the difference, obviously, between fresh and is the drying? I would take it the fresh.
Well, there's no comparison.
That's
Fresh
greater.
is vibrant. Here's what I always say.
Yeah.
If you put this in your hand, watch, and go like this, right?
Yeah.
That says it all, right? Okay. There you go. Dig in. Grab a mussel.
Okay. All right. I know you're married, but I could so kiss you right now.
She'll get over it.
I know. Oh my goodness. I love this. Okay, now, just out of curiosity.
Yes.
How do you determine what you're going to cook?
It really becomes focusing on what God has given us and what the farmers are producing, when they're producing it. I always pray before I start to write my seasonal menus, and I always try to get inspiration from the other parts of the art, like music, church. Love going to the museum and seeing this beautiful Monet or Dali, and I get inspired by that. So I pull from different areas and just reading the Word and watching what, looking at what Jesus ate and fish and vegetables and being inspired and going and doing some research in those regions.
Why do you think people have such a taking to your cooking, to your presentation, to your style? What is it?
I think it's honest cooking. Everything needs to be in balance, but full of flavor, like lots of concentrated flavors, and they can trust that it's going to be the real deal. That's what it's about.
Well, I vouch, it is the real deal. Brother Man is the bomb. High five. All right. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dad.